If you want to be happy in life, you have to go where happiness is. Let me say that again. If you want to be happy in life, you have to go to where happiness is, where happiness exists. And where happiness is inside you. We we spend a lot of our life on the exterior. We spend our lives looking for something outside of ourselves to make us happy. Here's some examples. We, let's say we live in a house. Well, let me paint the exterior of that house. That's going to make me happy. Okay, then I'll have my house will look good, and the neighbors will be impressed, and that's going to make me happy. So we do that. We do that. We paint the outside of the house. We um, we buy a new car. We get new clothes. We get a new spouse, new girlfriend, new boyfriend. We get a new love relationship. We get a new job. We move somewhere, right? We buy something. Let me go to Macy's. You're supposed to shop the sales. Let me go to Macy's. They're having a sale today. I'm going to go find something to buy, and then that's going to make me happy. See, even when we're doing it, we're really not aware that we're doing it. We're unconscious to what we do, but the point is we're always looking to the outside, to the exterior, to the external, thinking, assuming that we're going to find happiness there. What's something else that we get together with other people? Oh, we're going to have a party. Are you going to come to our party? Well, you got to come to our party. We're there, everyone's going to be there. Have you ever done that? Have you ever? I remember I would I had a relative, and she would start talking about a Fourth of July barbecue that she was going to have. She'd start talking about that in March, and I would think to myself, I don't, you don't say it, you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, you know, because this is what they're excited about. But they would say, it's late March. I remember this happening, and this relative was talking about something she's going to do July 4th. Are you going to come to my barbecue? And I mean, with total full seriousness, her heart's in it, her soul's in it, her everything about her is in it. Why? Because she's thinking this event that I have, this thing I'm going to plan and invite all these different people to, that's going to do it for me. That's going to make me happy. That's going to give me purpose. And it never does. The bottom line is nothing external can make for a happy, content, relaxed internal. So, back to the point, if I want to be happy, I have to go where happiness is. Happiness, the emotional state or level of feeling good, happiness, contentment. I love that word, contentment. Contentment is achievable. Happiness always seems like out of reach. Like you're on the merry-go-round and you're riding the pony that's going up and down, and every time you pass the edge of that wall, that little contraption they have, the gold ring, the brass ring is right there, and you're hanging onto the pole of the merry-go-round. The pony's up and down, and boy, you're really stretching out there. Maybe you're with your friends, and you're gonna prove to your friends that you can reach that brass ring, right? You ever done that? I've done that. You're young, you're with your friends, there's 6 or 8 of you, and hey, you want to show them that. I mean, that comes from insecurity. If I was secure, I wouldn't have to be doing that, but that's what we do. And we do it not only when we're young, but we do it when you're older. When we are older too, we do it. We're reaching for the brass ring. I don't know about you, but I mean, I'm 63, and I've reached for that brass ring my whole life. And sometimes I've actually got it. I've got that brass ring, and it's in my hand, and I'm holding it. But you know what happens when you get that brass ring and you get your next ride for free on the merry-go-round? But you have to turn that brass ring in. You have to hand that back. And what happens is that feeling, that winning, I won, I got it, I got that brass ring. That feeling doesn't last. It never lasts. It's momentary, huh? It's temporary. Somebody might say, hey, oh, you got the brass ring. Hey, Jack got the brass ring, everybody. Whatever. But it doesn't last. Okay? If you stick to what I'm telling you, if you stay with this, and if you listen to everything that I'm telling you, and if you avail yourself of this, I guarantee you're going to change, and you're going to feel better as a result of that change. And the change is going to come because your search on the exterior is going to diminish. It's going to slowly fade away, which is nothing to be afraid of at all. In fact, you're going to start feeling good. Probably for the first time in your life, you're going to start feeling good. Because as your search on the external diminishes, your search on the internal, where you're supposed to be looking, will increase. And this is where happiness is. If you want to be happy, you have to go to where happiness is. And happiness exists inside you. Strength, naturalness, ease, relaxation, all these things that deep down you actually want, they all exist inside you. They don't exist in the world out there. That party that's coming up in July or tomorrow or whenever it's coming up, you can go to that party, but I guarantee you something else. That party's not going to do anything for you. You can go. You can enjoy the food. You can enjoy the people. You can talk. You can drink a little 7-Up, a little iced tea. Whatever you do, you can go to the party. It's a right thing to be social, but don't expect the party itself to give you anything, and especially to give you anything lasting, because it can't. The party, all parties, comes to an end. And then what? Then you're back with yourself. Just you. All over again. You. Right where you started. So here's an idea. I'm not saying don't go to the party. You know, why not go to the party or don't go to the party? But here's something. The day will come, and when this day comes, it will prove itself as the best day of your life, and here's why. The day will come when you, without knowing, without understanding, without having any idea of what's going to happen to you, the day will come when you don't take that invitation, when you stay home, when you don't go to the store. And now that I think about it, I look around and there's enough food here today for my breakfast, my dinner, whatever. I have enough things here. I don't have to go out today just to give myself something to do. That's an exercise in itself right there. Don't do something just to give yourself something to do. Don't do it just to see what happens. The day will come when you stay home with yourself. And maybe you live with other people, and maybe, hey, aren't you going to go to the party? And, I'm going to sit this one out. I'm going to stay home. I'm not going to the party. I'm just going to sit. And they leave, and the house is empty, and it's quiet. And maybe it's just you, and maybe the dog or the cat or the fish, whatever you have or don't have. Maybe it's just you all the time. And if that's the case, you're extremely fortunate. And I'll tell you why. When the day finally comes, when you decline the party invitation and you don't have to go to work and you don't have to go to the store, I don't have to just get in that car and drive somewhere or walk somewhere or pick up the phone and call somebody just to give myself something to do. I can stay home with myself. And how about this? I can sit quietly and I can notice the inner workings of this mind. For the first time in my life, I can sit and I can just watch, observe, and be aware of what's happening inside me. For the first time in my life. And if you did that, if I did that, I didn't have to go to work. I didn't go to the store purposefully. I stayed home. I purposefully did not accept the party invitation. I stayed home. I sat on that couch or I sat in that chair and I just did nothing at all. I just tried my best to just observe this mind and all the things all the thoughts that were going through me, all the emotions that were coming in and out. I just sat and I became an observer. I became a watcher on that day. That day. That would be a glorious day. That would be a glorious day. If I just stayed home with myself, just to see what happens.